Hi students, welcome to second year commerce class. I hope all of you remember the lesson in which we are. We are in insurance services. In my previous class I told you that in the recent times insurance is gaining lot of importance. It has become part and parcel of human life nowadays. As I told you earlier that in certain foreign countries like England and America, for every individual insurance is must. It is mandatory over there. Even some of your cousins or siblings might have gone for higher studies at foreign universities. So in America, a student has to insure himself before landing into US soil. Even the parents also. If they are visiting, first of all they have to complete the insurance formalities and then they should go to America. Because in America, the health facility, health services are completely covered under insurance. Not like India, where we struggle to pay medical bills, etc., etc. So in America, every individual is insured. So if he is struggling with any disease, so he completely comes under the insurance coverage, and government itself will provide him all the medical services. You need not pay bill. Like in India, if something happens or unfortunately someone is injured or say fell sick, if he is admitted or she is admitted to hospital, we have to borrow money from various sources and spend lot of money, some lakhs of rupees to these corporate hospitals. In America, it is not like that. For everything it is insured. So the government will take care of all those medical and health services. Slowly in India also, people are giving importance to insurance, and most of the higher middle class community is trying to get insurance coverage. As many times we have discussed that the importance of one aspect can be understood by its functions. That means the activities it perform. Like we have discussed about functions of banks in our previous lesson. I told you that banking sector is the backbone of Indian economy. Okay. Why can we say so? Because banks are performing various functions, right from accepting deposits from common people and lending money, then providing various agency services, general utility services. They are seeing that the trade and business commerce is carried out in a smooth manner. So now bank has gained a very important place in the individual's life. Slowly, insurance is also gaining that place by virtue of the functions it is going to perform. Means once you comes under insurance coverage, what are the benefits you are going to get, or say once you establish a insurance company, what are the various functions you have to provide to the policy holder. I told you that in case of insurance contract, there are two parties involved. Okay. In case of insurance contract, there are two parties involved. One is the insurer, the second is the insured. Insured or say policy holder. Policy holders, that means common people. Okay, insurer is nothing but the insurance company. So we have got various insurance companies in India like LIC, Kotak Mahindra, Bajaj Alliance, then ICICI Prudential, Hundreds of companies are there in India, okay, which are coming out with various insurance services. So, like banking, functions of insurance are also categorized into two types. Functions of insurance are also divided into two categories. One is the primary functions. Okay. Primary means must, initially what it has to perform. Then secondary means in order to satisfy the customers to a great extent and to increase their business, we provide secondary services. So basically what a insurance company has to do is, first one is insurance provides certainty. What do you mean by certainty? Means compulsory. Certainty means compulsory. Like you see, when you write your examination well, what you will say? Certainly I will pass. The student who was in doubt, who did not do well examination, say that doubt, will see. But a student who has studied well and answered all the questions, confident about her answers, so that student will say that certainly I will pass. Means 100% guarantee. Here also, insurance provides certainty. What type of certainty it provides? It provides certainty of payment of compensation on the event of loss. When something happens, some damage occurs, insurance comes to your rescue. For example, you are using a mobile, that mobile is insured, or it got damaged in an accident. Okay. So when you submit for the claim, insurance company will pay you that loss. So for example, 50,000 worth phone or some property got lost or got damaged in an accident. So the insurance company will come and it will pay you after verifying the facts. What are the reasons for such accident? What is the worth of the property got damaged or lost? Based on that, insurance company will give you the compensation. So here it is certainty of payment. Okay, it is certainty of payment. You will 100% get your amount. Once your property or life is insured and you have suffered a loss, definitely you are paid the money. So the first function is insurance provides certainty. Then comes insurance provides protection. What do you mean by protection? Saving the members, saving the family members of the suffered. As many times we see, due to various reasons like corona or some accidents, unfortunately the bread earning person who was managing the family has died. So the family will be foodless and will be on road. So they will struggle to survive, isn't it? So in such a case, what the insurance company will do? It will pay you the sum assured. The other day I told you, in case of life insurance, the amount of compensation payable on the death of the insured or on the maturity date, it is decided in advance, which is called as sum assured. That sum assured is paid to the nominee of the deceased person or to the policy holder who has died or on the date of maturity. Death is not compulsory in case of life insurance. Even if the person is okay, is life, leading his life, but on the maturity date, you are okay, given the amount. It is seen that you will come to, your family will be leading the life in a normal manner. Or sometimes you take a businessman who has established a business organization with a lot of investment. Unfortunately, some accident has taken place He lost everything, all the property assets got damaged. Now he is unable to continue his business. So now from a millionaire he has become a beggar. Now in such a case, how insurance protects you is it will pay you compensation and it will see that you will come back to your previous position. How you were managing your business before the accident, after the accident also you are brought back to that previous position. Everything whatever you lost will be given back to you by the insurance company. That means amount is paid to you with which you are brought back to your original position. That's how you are protected. Then comes risk sharing. Risk sharing means, I told you the other day, insurance works on the system of pooling. Pooling means small amount is collected from large number of people and the compensation is paid to the really suffered. The other day I gave you one example. In a college classroom, there may be 50 students. Each student's college bag may be worth of 5,000. Unfortunately, one or two students have lost the college bags during the journey or during some examination, some program. So individually 5,000 will be burdened to that student. Suppose if there is a insurance scheme in our college, that every member will pay 100 rupees and will make some fund. So these 50 students will pay 100 rupees, that becomes 5,000 rupees and will pay to the student who has suffered that loss. So here what is happening? The loss suffered by a single student is divided among the entire students of the particular class. Similarly, bike owners, car owners, businessmen, individuals, loss suffered by one person, he is distributed among so many. In what way? In an indirect manner. We don't know actually each other, but we are linked through a insurance company. Clear? How the risk sharing process goes on, you see. For example, A is a businessman, so he has insured his business with LIC. Similarly, B, C, D, E, F also have taken policies. So all these people are paying the premium, say 10,000 rupees per month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 60,000 amount is available with LIC now. Now, unfortunately, on a particular day, Mr. D got fired. Godown lost. Material in that godown lost in fire. So, he suffered, say, a loss of 30,000. This LIC will pay him, no? LIC will pay him the loss of that 30,000. Goods lost or say goods damaged, say fire accident, 30,000 loss. So, this 30,000 will be paid by LIC to Mr. D. But now you try to understand, is this amount paid by LIC or any other insurance company on its own? No. It was paid by other policy holders, other businessmen who has got the similar risk. Those people also have insured their godowns, their factories, their buildings, expecting that some loss may arise in future, because accidents are unexpected, no? So something may happen in future, assuming that they have taken the policy, they have taken the insurance coverage. So this loss suffered by this individual is shared by the others. In what way? In the way of premium. So who is sharing that? Some insurance company is sharing that. Even though individually A don't know B, B don't know C, C don't know D. Suppose for example you are owning a car. Unfortunately in the recent floods it got damaged. You need not sit in ISN crossroads and beg, I lost my car, please help me, please help me. You need not ask other car owners. Already other car owners are insured with some so and so company. So simply what you do, you hand over your car to the insurance company, apply for claim, stating that due to this reason my car got damaged, please settle the insurance claim. So that insurance company will pay you the compensation. That means indirectly we are linked to other car owners through our insurance company. Yours may be National Insurance, yours may be Bajaj Allianz, yours may be Kotak Mahindra, yours may be ICICI Prudential, whatever it may be. Okay, so that is how it is called as risk sharing. Insurance works on the principle of one for all and all for one. We contribute some premium that may be helping others, or sometimes we suffer loss, others may be helping us. So this is the third very important primary function of insurance, risk sharing. Then comes secondary. Secondary functions, the first function under the secondary category is it prevents loss. Okay. What do you mean by prevention? Stopping something before occurrence is called as prevention. Stopping something before occurrence is called as prevention. How can you prevent corona? Okay. Rather than struggling after getting affected by corona and you got admitted into hospital and spent some lakhs of rupees on your treatment and you and your family struggles. So if you take certain precautions like wear a mask, okay, then use sanitizer, wear a mask, maintain the physical distance. So that is how you can prevent. We cannot say, sometimes we may get affected even after taking these precautions. That is secondary case. But basically we have to take precautions. Similarly, accidents also may take place. But if you take certain precautions, you can avoid accidents. For example, you see, while traveling, speed. Many a times we see the speed limits boards over outer ring road or normal roads on state highways, national highways, various signboards are kept. So if the vehicle driver follows those rules, those speed limits, definitely you can prevent the accident. There is a steep curve, there will be a board stating that speed limit is 40 kilometers, accident prone spot. So if you follow that and you reduce your speed and drive carefully, you can prevent the accident. No? Similarly, in various godowns and showrooms, see, for show off, for decoration purpose, they use a lot of plastic, plywood, thermocol, okay, for decoration purpose, various lights are used, but they don't, if they don't use proper quality wiring, unfortunately a small spark can smash your showroom. Okay, if it is necessary, you go for that decoration, but see that your electrician, your electrical department use that quality wiring, take proper insulation methods, observe them, don't go for overloading, etc. For example, you take bikes, triple riding is not advisable. So if you avoid the triple riding, normally you can go drive safely, but 3-4 people, no balance, sometimes you lost balance and you fell on the road, you may suffer loss. So you have to prevent. Now what is the relation between insurance company and prevention of loss? Is insurance company enters into contract with various agencies which have got such experience of bringing awareness among the people in educating how to prevent the accidents. Okay, this awareness is very much important. See, nowadays you see how we are able to prevent corona to great extent is only by educating the people. Lot of caller tunes are set up, various advertisements are there. Okay, WhatsApp messages, social media. We are educating the population how to prevent corona, COVID. So that is giving the result. Similarly, we require certain agencies which may educate you how to use your bike, how to use your car, what type of electrical items are to be used, how to safeguard your valuables. All these things are very much required. See, many times we see even police department will be giving you some cautions. Many times we see women walking on the road with a lot of jewelry on their body without covering them, carrying, casually walking. So they are prone for chain snatching or speaking to unknown people. Allowing the unknown people into your home will cause to some problem. So if you stop them and you don't talk them and cover your body and you walk in a group, then you can prevent that snatching, no? Like that, awareness is very important. So insurance companies enter into contract with various agencies which have got such experience of educating the people in avoiding the accidents and minimizing the losses. So in various godowns or say showrooms, individually, in your cars, how to safeguard your property, they will educate you. So that education, that awareness will definitely prevent major accidents. Then as you know that it provides capital. Very first lesson we have discussed it. LIC, GIC are the major participants of money market and capital market. How the insurance companies are providing capital? Very simple. Very simple. Here you can observe that see, every individual person is paying the premium. Every individual person is paying the premium. So when 6 people are paying the premium, it has become around 60,000. Imagine if lakhs of policy holders are paying the premium, how much money the insurance companies possess. Some thousands of crores money can be accumulated by the insurance companies through the premiums they are collecting from the people. So this money, whatever they have collected from the people in the form of premium, can be used to invest in various joint stock companies. So major part of the money, that is the reason you see various companies are venturing into insurance. They are coming out with various mutual fund policies, etc., etc. So they collect premium from us and they invest that money into joint stock companies in the form of shares and debentures. Then it improves efficiency. What is efficiency? The capacity to work. So once you are insured, you have got peace of mind. You need not struggle, you need not think, you are not worried that what is going to happen if something happens to my godown, something happens to my car, what I am going to become, who is going to save me. All these worries are not going to trouble you because you are insured. If something happens, the insurance company is going to pay the compensation. So now you can concentrate on your main activity, that is your production or on your business or whatever you are carrying on. You can focus on that activity instead of thinking of your losses. If something happens, insurance company is there to protect you. So naturally you are having a helmet over your head. You got a coverage. You got a blanket over your head covering your loss. So naturally you are protected by the insurance companies. So you got peace of mind, which automatically improves your efficiency. Then economic progress. You will learn it in economics. What is economic progress? When the business, trade and commerce is carried out in a smooth manner, your national income increases, per capita income increases, it leads to economic progress, growth or development. So this can be achieved when destruction is minimized. Okay, very simple. Loss or damage is minimized, automatically economic activities will speed up. See, for example, all these 6 months we are struggling because of this COVID, all the business activities have slowed down. So there is no economic activity. So there is no production, there is no sales, no profit. So many people are struggling for survival, isn't it? Because economic activity is not there. But economic activities are carried out in a smooth manner without any destruction, without any damage. Even if the damage taken place, so the insurance company is paying you the compensation and you are brought back to the original position. So you can carry out your business in a normal manner. You are not disturbed. Okay. So your economic activity is not disturbed by the accidents or damages, because immediately after that accident or damage you are paid and you are brought back to the original position. So your economic activity is carried out without any disturbance, without any interruption. So that leads to economic progress. So these are the functions of insurance, very important. I hope you understood well. So in next topic, we will learn about different life insurance policies.